This is a video for the homework 9. For the first question, we know that the Wt is the linear process and xt is equal to the Wt plus 1 minus Wt. So for the mean of ext is equal to the mean of Wt plus 1 minus Wt, and according to the property of the linear process, we get the mean of xt is equal to the limitation ext plus 1 minus ext, which is 0. And then we need to find the correlation of the T1 and T2. First, we know that Rw T1 T2 is equal to the limitation Rx T1 T2, which is equal to the limitation of Exnt multiplied by Xmt, which is equal to the limitation with the minimum Nmx squared. So the result is the correlation of Rw T1 T2 equal to the minimum of T1 T2 multiplied by the alpha. This is the process in the lecture notes. Then we get the Rt1 T2, which is the mean of xt1 multiplied by xt2. Is then we put the xt is equal to the Wt plus 1 minus Wt into this equation and divided the bracket, and we get this equal to the mean of T1 plus 1, Wt2 plus 1 minus Wt1 plus 1, Wt2 minus Wt1 plus 1 plus Wt1, Wt2. So there are the four situations. The first situation is that when T1 plus 1 is smaller than T2. So according to the first equation, we take the minimum of the two variables and multiply by alpha. So the first situation, Rt1 T2 equal to the alpha T plus 1, which is the smaller one, minus the alpha T1 plus 1, which is also the smaller one, minus alpha T1 plus alpha T1, which is equal to 0. So the second equation is when T2 greater than T1 and smaller than T1 plus 1. So also the first part, we take the smaller one, we take the each part as the smaller one, we get the alpha T1 plus 1 minus alpha T2 minus alpha T1 plus alpha T1, which is equal to the alpha T1 minus T2 plus 1. So the similar things happened in the remaining two situations. So we get the result is first is 0, and then alpha T1 minus 1 plus 1, and then alpha T2 minus T1 plus 1, and this one is 0. So is xt is a WSS? Yes, it is, because we know that the mean of it is 0, and the correlation is according to the difference between T1, T2 minus T1. So it is WSS. And also it is also SSS, because according to the property and with calculation, we know that the time shift does not affect the statistics. And xt is not macro process, because xt has influence in the xt plus 1, because you can see clearly that the past value has influence with the greater value, the future value. So the first part, so when T4 smaller than T3, smaller than T2, smaller than T1, and this equation we get know that it is independent increment and uncorrelated increment, but not orthogonal increment. So this is problem 1. And for the problem 2, first we need to and the probability of xt equal to 1 is that it means that the probability that in the time interval 0 to t n is odd. So we know that n may be equal to 1, 3, 5, blah 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 blah. So we put all of them into the equation, into the Poisson equation. We got when the probability of x equal to 1 equal to e to the minus lambda t multiply lambda t plus blah blah blah. So using the simplified equation equal to the e to lambda t as sin h lambda t. So similarly, so when xt is equal to -1, we know that n is even, equal to 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, blah blah blah. So h equal to e to lambda t cosine h lambda t. So the mean of ext is equal to the 1 multiplied by the when probability xt equal to 1, and plus -1 multiplied by when the probability xt is equal to -1. So the mean of it is the minus e to the minus 2 lambda t. So when t is greater than t0, the correlation of t1, t2 is equal to the mean of xt1, xt2 is equal to when n is probability when it's odd minus when probability when it's even. So which is equal to the minus e to the minus 2 lambda t1 minus t2. So similarly with t1 smaller than t2 is equal to this, therefore the correlation of t1, t2 equal to e to the minus 2 lambda absolute value of t1 minus t2. So clearly this is the WSS because the mean so the mean of is constant, and this is according to, and the correlation is only relation with the tau. So it's SS because also the time shift does not influence the statics value. And also it's a macro process because past result does not affect the future result. So and also so we take the t1 minus t2 minus t3 minus t4, we get the mean of xt4 minus xt1 multiplied by xt2 minus xt1 is equal to this part. So we know that it is uncorrelated increment, and also it's orthogonal increment since this one. So it's not orthogonal increment since this one is not equal to 0, and it is independent increment, and since so these two parts equal to this part.